just wanna play. I wanna sing my song. I just wanna run and not be gone too long. 'Cause this time is precious still. I wanna keep it close to me. I'm wishing on a star to make more time to see. You can always dream. You can't put your life on hold, 'cause time won't wait for you. You can always see what is here in the now, and then you'll find out how to keep dreaming. You can always dream. No one's taken that from you. Only you can see it through, just like the way you do. So feed it from your soul and weigh it from both sides. The fulcrum and the tides will give direction that you'll know. You can always dream. You can't put your life on hold, 'cause time won't wait for you. You can always see what is here in the now, and then you'll find out how to keep dreaming. When you make the time, it's a game of give and take. When the balance is at stake, you need to take a look inside. Look deep into your heart and remember how it feels. It's where the answer lies and tells you what is real. You can always dream. You can't put your life on hold, 'cause time won't wait for you. You can always see what is here in the now, and then you'll find out how to keep dreaming.
morning, Celebration Center. Welcome to our first Sunday of autumn in our space and online. It is delightful to have you here. I'm Janine Ballou, formerly president of the congregation and currently just a regular old member, but all of us are delighted to have each other here. For those that aren't in our physical space, we're doing things a little differently today because our guest speaker has asked us to try on something new. Are you ready to try on something new? We're sitting in a semicircle in this space, and so if you could imagine our purple chairs beautifully arranged in a half circle with people sitting on these seats, that's what's happening right now. And if you walk in a few minutes, join us. There's chairs left for you. And if you're watching us online, know that we feel your presence with us, and we're so grateful that you're here. I'd like to welcome our video audio team. That's Ivor and Aiden. Thank you. And I'm looking forward very much to having a guest speaker and a guest musician today. And we're going to be welcoming Harrison Snow to lead us in our exciting morning activities and learning, and Michelle Swan, who's going to lead us in beautiful music. So looking forward to both of our participants in that. If this is your first time visiting us, throw us a hello in the chat if you're online. And for those of us joining us later, maybe you're watching this in the year 2025 or something, we still know you're here and we're glad you are. I wanted to say a couple of things. There have been some extreme weather events, as you're all aware. Hurricane Helene made landfall Thursday night, Friday in Florida, and weaved its way up. And it did hit a community that's near and dear to us down in Asheville, North Carolina, as well as many other communities who've experienced some devastating losses. But we know some people down there in Asheville, and so I wanted to let you know that we've heard from Reverend Chris and Rev Ryan, and they sent emails to Ivor this morning and wanted to tell you all this, that good morning, our cell service just came back up, we're fine. No electricity or water, little bit of flooding in the basement, but no damage. Lines and trees are down everywhere. I'm sure she means power lines. All major freeways in and out of Asheville are literally washed away. So we're only accessible by air. Record flooding of all rivers. Ryan and I are safe with bottled water and a full pantry. We've also heard, thanks to Reverend Faith being in touch from Centers for Spiritual Living in Asheville, again, they are safe, but roads are closed. So I'm sure if they're holding a service this morning, they are online, right? Yeah, so prayers to our brethren at Asheville CSL. And then I want to say to please hold Terry Murphy, our member here, in prayer. Terry went down to Boone, North Carolina for a retreat this past weekend, and guess what? Now she's stuck there. So we pray that they have food and water and safe space for staying put until the roads are accessible again. Does anybody else have news of any family members or friends that we lift in prayer other than the whole swath of people that got hit by this horrible storm? If you do and want to put in a prayer card, you can do that physically here. We've got cards available, or if you want to put in a prayer card online, feel free to put that in the chat. I'm looking through my notes to figure out what I'm supposed to say next. And I think we have a few announcement slides. So I'm going to invite our amazing team to tell me what to do next. And they're going to tell me this, that We have a guided meditation available online every Tuesday, led by Jen Fay, one of our practitioners, as well as the Reverend Faith. Are you still part of that? Yes, you are. Yes. 30 minutes of mindfulness. And this invitation goes out through our community email, and you're welcome to look on our website as well to find out more information. We have a book study that's starting this week. And this is going to be led by Jen Fay, again, our practitioner, and Reverend Faith Woods. And the name of the book is Book Study? No, I'm kidding. It's called Life Worth Living. And so is this available online, Reverend Faith, the book?
It is. Mm-hmm. Amazon makes it easy.
So Kindle it if you care to, or I'm sure you could order this book from Amazon. So do they need to sign up in advance, Reverend Faith?
No one has to, but if you let us know, we'll just expect you.
Terrific. So just show up and explore a new book with Reverend Faith and Jen Fay. And then Jen Fay again, our favorite and multi-talented practitioner, is leading a Power of 8 healing circle, and this happens on Wednesdays. So you can do a meditation on Tuesdays, you can do a book study on Wednesdays, and then you could do a Power of 8 Wednesday night. And then, of course, you're here on Sunday. So you got a few days that you don't have activities with us. But make it up, Dean. What would you like to do? Some day of the week, you'll lead something. We have another member of our congregation, Miriam Catellas, and she is leading Cogno Movement, and she's going to be here next time, second Sundays after service. Welcome. Hi, Jay. Good. And this is an interesting process. If you haven't experienced this with Miriam, it's something different. And for $15 for a session, it's a low-cost investment in exploring a different aspect of ourselves. So I encourage you to give that a try. And I guess that's it for our announcements. I'd like to welcome our guest musician today. And I'll just let you open, and I'll say a few words about you when I introduce you next time. Please help me welcome Michelle Swan.
Good morning, everyone. I wish I was standing. My back is really hurting, so I've been playing a lot of shows. So I understand we're going to be talking about peace, I think. I have no idea, but that was what Lynn had told me. So I was thinking I don't really have, any peace songs about, wanting what's going on in the Middle East to end kind of thing. Mine are more personal stories, or stories about other people that wanting to find peace, searching for it. This is a song from my second record. It's called Waiting to Arrive, and it's just a song that is about people they're just waiting to arrive, in their life, and expecting, it's not the arrival that I think that we're all really looking for, which is peace, and so they fill it up with other things, and it's just, I think that's all I'll say about this. Run into an old friend. We go way back when we used to dream about how it's gonna be. She's still dreaming, plotting and scheming, looking for that place we long to be. she's waiting, waiting to arrive. Oh no, waiting, she's waiting to arrive. My next door neighbor, investment banker, got everything he could need under the sun. He says something's missing, but he's not listening to his baby girl in the backyard carrying on. No, he's waiting, waiting to arrive. Oh no, waiting, he's waiting to arrive. Everybody's waiting to arrive. Blind to precious moments that matter most in life. Destinations within your reach, you just open up your eyes. But you're holding out for that mystery pie in the sky. I'm on the metro. After work, folks heading home. Can't help but hear these two suits from behind talking about getting richer. They're missing the big picture. There's a sunset filled with colors you can't buy. They're waiting, waiting to arrive. Oh, waiting to arrive. Pass a boy in a bike, no training wheels. Dad's hands on the back, right on his heels, pushing fast ahead. He's gonna teach the boy to ride. I watch him in my rear view. Papa let go, the boy never knew. As he turned the corner, I swore I saw him fly. That's when I knew I'd arrived. I believe I have arrived. Everybody's waiting to arrive. Blind to precious moments that matter most in life. Your destination's within your reach. If you just open up your eyes, you're holding out for the mystery pie. It's in the sky. Still waiting, waiting to arrive. Still waiting, we have arrived.
We are so lucky to have this beautiful talent in our area, and I love it when music incorporates something that's like a local story. And I heard the word metro in there. I thought, this is a girl from our neck of the woods, but your music is universal and it's beauty. Thank you. If anyone ever wants to get a recording of something that Michelle has done, she does have CDs in her car, she told me earlier today. And she performs all the time. Yeah, her back should be sore. She's done 5 performances this weekend, and so today is number 6.
In a week, 7 in a week.
That's a lot. That's a lot of playing. Thank you for being here. We have such a wonderful thing in store in terms of our guest speaker today. And while we all know him, I'm still going to say a few words about Harrison Snow. Harrison's been part of the Celebration Center for Spiritual Living for about 30 years, give or take. He said 33 years ago he met Stephanie, and you know Stephanie is a part of us here as well. He works with organizations in helping them become better. Anything you can do to improve communication is a gift, and Harrison has the gift of facilitating these conversations. I've been a part of it myself for some leadership training, and so I know his skill. He said I could impress you all by saying he's done this work in 28 countries. We're just lucky that you call us home, Harrison. And a fun fact about Harrison, he is working on hiking the Appalachian Trail, doing segments at a time. Any guess of what percentage you have completed thus far? About 60% of the trail completed. So this is a big deal. I love it. Yeah. So he loves the outdoors. He embraces what we have to share here indoors. And please help me welcome Harrison Snow.
Oh, thank you, Janine, for that lovely welcome. And, you know, a round of applause for Janine. Talk about a tireless servant of the Celebration Centers. How many years were you the president? Must have been 10, I don't know, a long time. It felt like 40, yes, I imagine it did. That's a lot of work, so a lot of service. So thank you from the bottom of our hearts. Well, it's great to be here with you all, and thank you for coming. Thank you for being brave to come, because we're doing a little bit different than the usual service. And, you know, look around the room. Look who's here. The people you've known, loved, been in connection with for many years. And in this room, the wisdom, the spirit, the life experience, just the showing up who you are individually and collectively is really fantastic, right? It really is. It really is. We don't want to sell ourselves short. And so for me to get up here and talk about spiritual principles, spiritual concepts, that's okay. But really, it's right here. There's no waiting. It's like that beautiful song, that Michelle just played. It's right here. And that fulfillment is right here. That knowledge is right here. That joy is right here in the moment. And we get caught up looking for it somewhere else, right? Some other place, some other event, some other time in the future, in the past, somewhere, depending on circumstances, right? It all depends on, we're thinking a certain circumstance will do it for us, certain person, certain job, certain whatever, certain experience. But if we ever just stop in the moment and think for a second, hey, it's right here. It's right here in the moment. And the big question, of course, is how do we access it? And that's what spiritual power is, I believe. It's not just a concept, a theory, a bunch of theories, a bunch of concepts. That's one way of looking at it. But it's something in the moment that's beyond the mind, but fills us up. It's transforming. And we can't plan it. We just have to open up to it and surrender to the moment. Surrender to what is. So I've got some experiments here where we can together explore this idea, because it's not so much intellectual. There's intellectual knowledge, but that's often rooted in the past or somewhere else. But in the moment, in the right here and now, is something that's not intellectual. It's beyond the mind, but it's something real. It's life itself. Life is not in the past or in the future. It's right now in the moment. And when we kind of tune into this moment, to each other, to what's in the room collectively, as well as what's in us individually, miracles can happen. Moments can happen that are just, wow. And so we are really, as a community, a resource to each other, right? And we send our love and our prayers and hopes and everything for the people in Asheville and other cities that were so affected, other communities that were affected by the recent Hurricane Helene. And, we are a resource in that spiritual sense. But when we face a hurricane, when we face an adversity, when we face a situation, or maybe just a minor irritant kind of situation, or it may be big, where do we resource ourselves? How do we gain that resource? So let's explore this. Let's explore this spiritual dimension that's beyond the mind, and see what emerges for us. Are you guys game? Are you ready? You're here in the room, so look out, And if you want to move up and be this is going to be interactive. So, but challenge by choice. Challenge by choice. If you. So first step. Let's do this. Sit comfortably. Take a breath. Sit comfortably. Let your awareness be in touch with your awareness, and let your awareness feel, all parts of your body, all parts of your emotions, and just notice what you're noticing in the moment. And whatever you're noticing, that's fine, but there is something greater, which is the noticer, which is this awareness. That's your true self. And what you're noticing comes and goes and changes moment to moment, day to day, based on circumstances. But notice in the moment, this just awareness of noticing. And notice the beauty of that. It doesn't change. It's the same your whole life, this awareness, this sense of existence, this sense of knowing the changes that show up, but not being the change. Because life is constantly changing, right? But there's an aspect of life that doesn't change. And that's this pure awareness. So just notice that. And as you notice, take a breath, sink into that awareness, and then be willing here to think of someone or some place that you love, that you feel loved by, you feel supported by. And just let yourself feel into that love. Could be a pet, could be a friend, could be a partner, could be a parent, could be a place of beauty that you just love being in, a place of safety and comfort. And just notice that, how that feels, being in that place. And that's a part of who you are too. That's a resource. It's something that no one can take away from you. It's a part of you. So just breathe into that. And in that being present to it, allow your heart to soften a little bit and open a little bit. Allow it to soften and open just a little bit. Okay, this is remembering who you are, but it's also remembering the love that you are, right? We talk about remembering who we are all the time. And so, when you're ready, go ahead and open your eyes. And notice you're not alone. Everyone was making that journey with you. You can look around the room and smile and notice people were making that journey. Just make a little eye contact. And here's our first step here into the wild side. I'd like you to get with a partner. Some of you are already with partners. Maybe change partners so you're with someone new. If you're with your partner, get another partner. And so everyone find a partner. Find your partner. Someone new maybe too, if you want to switch. Find a partner. Again, we were going to be a little interactive, and everybody. And it's great. We got an even number, so it's pretty cool. Oh, you're good, Janine. You could be with Dean. Huh? Or with Sandy or whatever, but someone needs to be with Ed. All right. We're all even, Stephen. Okay. So come back to that remembering who you are. Just feel into that remembering the love that you are. And then one of you will be the receiver, the other will be the giver, and you'll say to that person, figure out who's going to go first. The speaker. Who will go first? Who's the speaker? Okay, so one's the speaker and one's the receiver, and you know who's going to go first. Here's what you're going to say to your partner. You belong. You're going to say, I see you. You belong. You're one of us. So just say those three phrases. I see you. You belong. You're one of us. And look at them and say it again. And if you're the receiver, breathe and take it in. You belong. You're one of us. So you look at your partner, you say that, and if you're the partner, you breathe and take it in. You look, and you receive it through the eyes as well as the ears. Okay, because everyone have been able to do that? You survived it okay? So far you survived? Might seem like a real radical concept. So switch now, and if you were the receiver, be the giver, and say it slowly and with feeling, and look at your partner. I see you. You belong. You're one of us. Take that in and breathe. Take that in. If you're the receiver, take it in and breathe. See if you can take it in. And don't try to say, oh, shucks. Just say thank you. That's all you have to say is thank you. Okay. How was that? How was that? Oh, by the way, this is us co-creating our beloved community. We're a beloved community, but we're kind of deepening that in the moment. We're going to be in the reality of it. We're not looking for fulfillment here or there, but in the moment, we're discovering it. What's that like? If we really are a beloved community, we really do belong. We really are one, each one of us to each other. So this is, discovering in the moment what that feels like. So anyone want to say anything about what was that like? Anyone? Here we go. Now we got the mic, and we'll go and check online too if there's any comments from our online community. Just saying that, imagining someone if you're online, imagining someone that you're talking to or being told that. If you can do that online and see a comment there. So anyone, what was that like? I'm going to check on Faith.
It was interesting, and it was hard for me to remember all the lines, so we had to go back and forth and remind each other.
How did that feel?
A little awkward.
Okay, awkward.
Like I should be remembering.
Okay, awkward. Anyone else feel awkward? Was it awkward for anyone else? Faith, you're all alone. Maybe you're just being honest. Maybe that's what's happening here. You're being honest. So thank you for sharing that. What it's like. How about you all, Janine or Dean?
Well, I think it strengthens connections to the other party.
How did that feel to have a stronger connection?
Great. Yeah. I mean, you are connected here, but when you actually go through the motions of saying words and communicating, your connection becomes ever stronger.
Okay, beautiful. Saying the words, taking a moment to really affirm what's true. I mean, it is true. We're connected here. But we're just taking a moment to deepen that connection and affirm that. And that's money in the bank, right? That's what they call your emotional bank account. We're consciously putting some energy in that account. And that makes it, alive, something you can draw upon. Ed, you're looking, you got a big smile. Can I call on you? What are you noticing?
I'm noticing I can't remember anything. Like what I'm supposed to be saying. But I just enjoyed doing this with Sandy because we haven't seen each other for a long time. And we knew each other a long time ago too. So it's good to have him back and be able to do this with him, just this little simple thing. Everything I do has to be simple.
Well, the best things in life are simple. the simplest things in life. If it's complex, it's usually too mentally engaged. So thanks, Ed, for what you shared. And Sandy, how was that for you? Was that a...
It's always welcoming to be belonging to a group, and like I say, I've been coming here for not as many years as some of the other people, but it still has a special place, and like I say, in being connected with that, it's always uplifting. Like I say, and like I said, I've known this gentleman here for right many years, and have appreciated him and his wife, and know that appreciation is returned.
Yes, yeah, Janine. Oh, comment online. Okay, great. I partnered with nature and I felt a connection. Wow, Pam Ray, lovely. That's great, Pam. Thank you for sharing that. Anyone else online felt the connection? Nature isn't it great to be out in the woods and just feel nature all around you and connecting with you? It's a beautiful thing. So thank you, Pam. Anyone else? Okay. Jay.
Yeah, it was kind of crazy because I feel like it was just a simple thing to say to someone, but I feel like sometimes in life you can get very caught up with emotions. So just hearing that simple sentence from someone, like it felt really good, and it's just kind of like a gentle reminder to be like saying those things to someone. You know, if you are in that moment, you do feel appreciative, you should definitely pass that along, because we just met each other and I felt like really loved and supported just by that. So
Thank you, Jay. Let's reflect for a moment. This is a truth. If we've been coming here, like I have 33 years, there ought to be some sense of belonging, right? You know these people, each other for a long time, 30-some years. But how busy we are in our lives that we don't stop and affirm something that's a deep truth. We take it for granted, but we overlook it. And in overlooking it, we miss something essential. Some part of our heart needs that reassurance or that nurturing or that moment of truth. Someone was showing me, my son was showing me a book that came out, The 5 Regrets of People, Biggest Regrets when they die or when they're at the end of their life. There's a new book. And one of them, of course, is being too busy and not taking enough time to really enjoy your friends and your life and appreciate others and have that don't wait. Don't be waiting for fulfillment, but to acknowledge fulfillment is right here, right in the moment, right in our group collectively as well as individually, if we stop long enough and notice it. So thank you. Thank you for stopping and noticing. Okay. So, ready to go on? Take another step. I hope this isn't too painful, too painful for us. So, oh, good. Got another victim. Whoops, nope, another participant. Another 2 participants. Well, welcome. Come on in. Find a seat. Maybe we got a seat next to Sandy. Well, and we can bring that chair up to the circle. Bring our chair in. And we're going to take things up a little bit and ask you to find another partner. I know you're all comfortable and you have to move around a little bit, but find a new partner if you're willing. If you're willing, find a new partner. Bring that in. Bring that in. Come on in the circle. Come on in. Bring it on in. Come on in. All right. Great. Come on in. We can have a group of. So we're being a little experimental. Well, okay. If you're not coming in, you can go back and join. Whatever works for you. Okay. So here's the next, and I'll do this again. We're going to say some things. We're affirming a deep truth that we don't generally take time to affirm. So that's and seeing what arises from that, right? There's the old joke, wasn't a joke. Somebody, remember reading somewhere somebody got married and he told his new wife, "Okay, I told you I love you, so that ought to be enough for the rest of our marriage, right?" I told him one time that should be enough. Well, no, I don't know if that's what he was thinking, but you might need to say "I love you" more often than just once when you're getting married. Okay. So in a way, that's what the beloved community is. That's the reality. We say some affirmative things more than just never or once. Okay. So let's try this next phrase. You can figure out who's going first. Who's the receiver? Who's the giver? Okay, so here you go. You're going to look at each other when you say this, and one is going to see it in the face of the other. Take it in both hearing and in the eyes. All right, so all of you is welcome here. You can be yourself. Try that one more time to your partner. All of you is welcome here. You can be yourself. So feel yourself relax. You can be yourself. You don't have to be somebody else. You don't have to be perfect. You can be you. Feel that. Take that in. Take it in. Okay, now that you've taken it in, the receiver, breathe. Let that settle down. I can be myself. Oh my God. Feel what that's like. What a relief. Now you'll say it, if you were the receiver, you'll say it to your partner as the giver. All of you is welcome here. You can be yourself. You can be yourself. All of you is welcome here. Take that in. Take that in. Feel what that's like to know that all of you is welcome and you can be yourself, however that is, however you define it. No one is telling you you can't be yourself. You can be yourself. We're trusting that. That's good enough. So feel that enoughness. You can be yourself. You're enough. Tell that to your partner. Gee whiz, I can be myself. I'm enough. Tell that to your partner. I can be myself. I'm enough. I'm good enough, just as I am. What a concept. In our beloved community, you don't have to be anything but yourself. You're enough. Who told you you weren't enough? That was baloney. That wasn't true. So let those negative messages go. The truth is, you're enough. And everybody here agrees with that. Everybody here knows that truth, that you are enough. You're good enough. That's what a beloved community is doing for each other. So take that in. Take that feeling. Wow, I don't have to pretend a thing. I am what I am, and that's enough. There's no need for excuses, right? No need for explanations. God did a good job with me. My mother and father did a good job with me. I'm enough. Yeah. Yeah. No need for excuses. Okay. So take that in for a second. Breathe it. Because it's a pretty radical concept, because we've been told all our life, hey, you're not enough, you're not doing it right? And that was just baloney. That was all baloney. It wasn't true. Take that in, and then anybody like to say what that's like? We got the mic. Yeah. Is the mic working? Yeah, good. Anyone? What's that like to know you're enough?
I'm going to need to put one of you guys in my pocket when I have a big meeting at work, because I just got like a huge sense of confidence boost from that, and I felt very good. So thank you, Joyce. And yeah, I think just same thoughts as last time. We need to start being more present with people and letting them know these feelings. So
Thank you, Jay. And yeah, that's one of the things we're gonna do. Put everybody in our pocket so that when we need them, they're there supporting us. And that's the role of this community. That's why we come here. Because it's great to do it online, but to come here as a group and do it, it even goes deeper. goes deeper into the psyche. Okay, Reverend Faith.
So I woke up this morning and had this thought that I am a brand new person today. And I need to see everyone else as a brand new person today. My husband's laughing. But what I realized was how we go back to the past often and how we treat people as they were instead of how they are. So that was one of my recognitions of this. And it feels good to be a brand new person.
I think it's nice to be authentic. It's always easier, it seems, to go through life being authentic than trying hard not to be authentic for whatever reason. So, and it's good to realize that you should be authentic.
That's a really good point, Dean, because I did this, I went to college and I pretended to be somebody I wasn't because I wanted to be accepted. Well, I wasn't accepted and I wasn't who I was either way. So I think we learned, hey, this is who I am. And that's, not everybody's going to accept that, but I've got to accept that. And as I accept myself and all my foibles and all my stuff, the world, I can accept others as they are, and then together we co-create acceptance in this space. And when we're faced with some non-acceptance, and that happens, life can be challenging, then what do we do? What do we do? Well, just what Jay said, we can remember this group as a resource, this moment of acceptance for just who you are. And feel the love that's there. Feel the love that's there for yourself and for others. And that's nurturing. That's empowering. That's spiritual power. That's remembering who we are. And it's something that's real. It's in the moment. It's not a concept, but it's something in the body, in the heart. So just imagine, this is our second, or maybe our last activity given our timeline, but just imagine, well, we got time for two. Just imagine, just go ahead and close your eyes, feeling all this love and acceptance. And just imagine you are faced with that, you're in that meeting or you're dealing with a challenge of some kind, difficult person or difficult situation, some pattern that shows up, oh, here's this pattern again, here's this issue again, that gee whiz, not again. And notice how that makes you feel, to be facing that challenge, that difficulty, that criticism, or that accusation, or blame, or or exclusion, or whatever it might be that's painful. It's not, you don't want it. It's not, you're not liking it, not liking the situation. And notice that, right? We probably all have something that shows up in our life that is a challenge. And we come here and pray. That's really wonderful. We draw on spiritual energies, go to a healing group, prayer group. Faith runs a wonderful prayer group. You can go and get some prayer for it. But whatever the challenge is, whether it's health or it's relationship or it's professional or financial, whatever it is, we can go to this group, this moment, as a resource. So now, facing that challenge, feel this group behind you. Feel your partner behind you. Feel them telling you, you're enough. You belong here. You're enough. You're good enough, just as you are. All of you is welcome. Feel that inclusion and that belonging and that affirmation. And notice what happens to the challenge when you open up to all the support that is there in this room right now. Notice what happens. Can you notice it? Can you feel the support in the room? Maybe Nancy needs to tell you, you're enough again. Uh-huh. Okay, you, people can't hear you, so let me just say that you were feeling some difficulty in a meeting and with the institution where you're living or working. So I want to honor that. And as you're there, can you feel the support here? The support that's telling you you are enough. Can you feel that? That's independent of the circumstances. This is in you. This is not external. So just feel it and know it. And we'll come back. We'll give you a chance to come back to it. Michelle. Melinda's smiling. Okay, well, maybe she's feeling the support. I don't know. So she's supporting, feel her support, too. Yeah.
I do feel the support here and the love and a chance to say what I want to say. And I love that. And people here are very kind and sweet and loving, and I just have that feeling, whether I'm here or not, that that's the way it is here. And it's a model for me to be like in a very positive way.
Beautiful, Melinda, that you feel the support. And so when you are faced with a challenging situation, you can remember this. And this is remembering who you truly are. This is something that's the energy in the bank, the positive energy in your own bank that you can draw upon. So anyone else noticing what's it like to feel that support there when you are, if you have a challenge in the future or the past? Okay. Yeah, we're about out.
Well, I just want to say I got a call this morning from Richard Ferrara, and he's been in the rehabilitation center, and he was clearly asking for the support of this group.
Well, thank you for bringing that up. So let's all just do that right now. Let's picture Richard and send him loving. If you know him or not, Richard's he's really into baseball, football too. So let's send him loving, healing support. Just remembering Richard, whether you know him or not. Okay. So we're sending Richard that love, that support, and thank you for reminding us, letting us know that he's asking for it and needing it. So I'd like to invite, should we invite our Michelle up to sing us a song? Is it time, or do we need do we need a closing? Couldn't hear you. Oh, we're going to skip that? Okay. So let me do a little closing prayer here real quick, and then we'll invite Janine up to bring us to final close. So just let us know, and we're all kind of here as elders, many of us, elders in training, some of us really young. But as elders, guess what we do as elders? Guess what we get to do? We bless. We bless others. We bless ourselves and we bless others, and we see the good in them. We see their beauty. We see their gifts. When we can do this because we see it in ourselves. And so feel the beauty in you. Feel the love in you. Feel the gifts that you bring to the world. And out of that appreciation of yourself, see the person next to you and send them blessings. You can bless them right now. Say, bless you. Have a wonderful, you are beautiful, and have a beautiful life. I bless you for all the good you do in the world. Knowing that they're enough. Just who they are is enough. And reminding them that they are. That's what elders do. They remind people that they're enough, that they're good enough. We bless them in who they are and the contribution they make. So, all right. So let's remember that as part of our being here together as a community. that we bless ourselves and we bless each other. So, thank you. Thank you all for the chance to speak to you, and I'm going to turn it over to Janine for our closing.
It is so important to remember that we are a community and that we do have each other's back and that we can look at each other eye to eye, brain to brain, heart to heart, because that's why we're here. Heart to heart is the communication that we share. And thank you, Brian, for bringing to our attention that Richard Ferrara needs special prayers. And we'll make sure that practitioners are reaching out to him. Yeah, thank you. And by the way, practitioners are available to all of us at any time. We have prayer cards available. If you are in need of a prayer, please feel free to fill out a card or send a message or tap Reverend Faith on the shoulder if you'd like a special moment. We are a praying community. It's very important that we hold each other. And as Harrison reminded us, that we hold ourselves in the highest regard, that we are all miracles, exuding miracles as we walk. So thank you, Harrison. I would like to move into a time of where we can give to support this ministry. And so we also have donation baskets available here, and we can accept donations online. And to support the ministry that we share, we do have a statement of giving, and I think maybe it's online, and it's right behind me, so I'm going to turn. If you will say with me our affirmation. Divine love, as me, blesses and multiplies all that I am, all that I have, all that I give, and all that I receive. And thank you for what you give. And remember to thank yourselves for what you are receiving. Stay open at the top. That's my practice of late. So I think we are going to move into closing. And so I'm going to invite Michelle to share another song with us to close. Michelle, thank you.
It's so lovely to see all of you, and that was a tough experience for me. Actually, I should have spoke up, but I'm just being honest. It's like I heard it, but how much did I really take it in? So I got work to do. But the song is called "It Don't Bring You," and it's written by Mary Chapin Carpenter. Well, I know it ain't been roses lately, it's just been thorns. And no matter what we do, nothing seems to change. Love has always been my shelter, for you it's been a storm. But for a while I thought we'd almost beat the rain. Now there's a hole here in my pocket where dreams have gone, falling out like so many nickels and dimes. You've always been my good luck charm. Should've known that luck's a waste of time, but it don't bring you love if you don't love. And it don't bring you strength if you ain't strong. And it don't bring you
time if you ain't got time. And it don't bring you kindness if you ain't kind. Now there's a whole lot of life to be unsure of, but there's one thing I can safely say I know, that of all the things that finally desert us, pride is always the last thing to go. But it don't bring you love if you don't love, and it don't bring you time, baby, if you ain't got time, and it don't bring you strength if you ain't strong, and it don't bring you kindness if you ain't kind. Now I wish you only roses without the thorns, and I hope your dreams are always within reach, and I wish you shelter, baby, from all your storms. They scared you, but they never seemed to teach that I can bring you love if you don't love, and I can bring you time, baby, if you ain't got time, and I can bring you strength, no, 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 if you ain't strong, and I can bring you kindness if you ain't kind. No, I can bring you kindness, you gotta be kind.
Thank you. Thanks you guys so much. It's lovely to see you. It's lovely to be here.
Please come back, Michelle, anytime. We love having you here. Please join me again in welcoming and thanking Michelle. And Harrison, what a beautiful message and what a beautiful experience. It behooves all of us, and I'm going to speak for myself, to be here with you in person and to have an exercise that forces us to look into each other's eyes. We don't do enough of that. And so my challenge to all of us for this week is to take a moment and release that ego that is working so hard to protect us all the time, and let go and look at somebody in the eyes this week. Really, really look. And will you join me in a closing prayer as we wrap up this beautiful service today, knowing that our witness that Harrison reminded us of is always in our lives. And so I just know that the witness is guided by Spirit, that there is an all-knowing, all-being source that is where witness appears from and works through our lives. And this witness, as we watch what we think and what we do and what we think we know, is really a source of strength and power and understanding and healing as we move through our day. And all we have to do is stop and watch those thoughts and remember that witness is there to keep us whole. And so I'm just knowing right now that the people that we know and love in our lives, from the extended family of Celebration Center, are in a place where they are safe and whole. A special prayer for Richard Ferrara as he is in some health concerns, and a special prayer for all in harm's way right now, that the waters recede and the grounds dry up. And I'm just so grateful for this Celebration Center, a place of strength and community and connection that we can rely on and that we can use to help ourselves and help others. And so I release these words, my favorite part of a spiritual mind treatment. I release these words into the law, knowing it is done. And please join me in saying, and so it is. Thank you for being here. Come back. See you again soon.